Welcome to the Mindful Healing Community. My name is Elisha Goldstein. And if this is your first time to this community, you'll notice that we put out weekly video blogs to give you a taste of mindfulness. Mindfulness in relation to your work, your life, your stress, pain, illness. We try to incorporate various things and how to integrate mindfulness into your daily life. So this is something, if you come back to from week to week, you'll be able to get a taste of mindfulness to hopefully be able to infuse practice throughout the week. This week I'm going to be talking about mindfulness at work. And so mindfulness at work, so what does that mean? In this day and age, we're dealing with something very different than we've had to deal with before. We're dealing with a world and a business that's around the clock, 24/7. We have information coming to us from all different avenues. And so we're often in a state of overwhelm, too much information, not knowing how to deal with all of it. And the way we know how to deal with it, that we've been taught, is really multitasking. Now, multitasking is really the idea of being able to do more things faster. And the idea is if you can do more things faster, that's better. And what more and more executive coaches and various people and research is finding is that doing multitasking actually is very inefficient, as it turns out. I believe the idea is the American Psychological Association just put out a report and said, if you can't pay attention to a single thing for 10 minutes at a time, you could be losing about 20 to 40% of efficiency and productivity within a day. So that's pretty intense information. And so what are we going to do differently now? Because there's so much information out there, many people are calling us an ADD nation, an attention deficit disorder nation. Too much to pay attention to, and we have too many things to look at once. No wonder our kids are being diagnosed more and more with ADD. So what do we do in work? Well, in work it's really important to really start off the week and ask ourselves, what's most important for us to do this week? What's most important for us to do today? And so we can be more proactive about things. Oftentimes what happens at work that increases our stress is this idea of we think that we can focus on time and create time management out there to be able to carve off blocks of time to actually do things. And really what we need to do is focus more on attention management. Attention management to what's most important in this moment. Sometimes we can think that the most urgent things that are happening in a moment are the most important things. We'll be putting out fires all day long, and while it makes us feel good in the moment, we're not really getting the most important stuff done. Or we can be distracted by unimportant emails or checking emails a lot or unimportant phone calls that we're on. And that can distract us from what's most important. Or we can just be plain wasting our time sometimes during the day, just surfing the web for entertainment or whatnot. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just when it's unintentional and we have more important things to do in the moment, that's when it can get in our way of being effective. And when it gets in our way of being effective, it feels like more and more work seems to be piling on and we have less and less resources to actually do it. So we're talking about being able to take our attention and put it on what's most important. And in order to do that, we actually need to set time aside each week, as I said before, to intentionally plan out and strategize what's most important for me to get done this week, for me to do this week. What's most important for me to do today? We can even ask ourselves in a moment, what's most important for me to be doing right now? And if we catch ourselves in a moment of distraction or a moment of just mindless activity, we could just acknowledge that, not judge ourselves as good or bad or right or wrong, but just acknowledge it, let it be, and gently bring ourselves back to the question, what's most important for me to be doing right now? And then approach that. And it may be uncomfortable. We may notice our body tense. We just don't want to be doing this thing. And that often tells us that we're not really sure what we're supposed to be doing, maybe. So we may need to set that time aside and plan out and strategize what's most important. Other things we can do during the week is just kind of in the morning when we're in the shower, noticing, are we actually in the shower or is our body in the shower but our mind's already at work stressing out about stuff? Bring ourselves back to the shower and come to our senses, the smell of the soap, the feel of the shower. We can do little things like this, taking little breaks during the day to come to the present moment, oftentimes with our breathing helps, or just checking in with our bodies to notice how our bodies are doing. to just bring ourselves present and ask ourselves, what's most important for me to be doing right now? Just making sure we're actually doing that. So that's a little tip for today about mindfulness at work and how we can be more effective at work. And when we're more effective at work, we're oftentimes happier as well. And so how to be more effective and happier at work and in life. So just to end this, I'm going to do one of these brief mindful check-ins to show you something you can continue to do at work just for a few minutes in the day. So just gently close your eyes if you would, or keep them open. If you do keep them open, just feel free to gaze down towards the floor or the desk or whatever you're looking at in this moment. And just let a breath out. And just bring attention to the breath, if you will. Just breathing in and just acknowledging the breath coming in. And just breathing out and just acknowledging the breath going out as it's happening in each moment. Just using the breath to anchor us to the present moment. And as we're doing that, checking in with the body. Seeing how the body's doing, any kind of sensations that are there. If there's warmth or coolness, any tension or holding, itchiness anywhere. Just checking in and seeing how it's doing in this moment. And also the mind, noticing if it's busy or if it's calm. Whatever thoughts are on the mind, you may be aware of those. And as we're doing this, we can also check in with our emotions. Whatever emotions are there. Joy, sorrow, anxiety, fear, anger, frustration. Just acknowledging what's there, not needing to do anything with it, but just letting it be. Just checking in with ourselves, how we're doing in this moment. And as we bring this to a close, just really seeing if you can thank yourself for taking this time out to even be part of this community, to be part of this video blog. Doing even this little bit is an active choice that you're making for your own health and well-being. This is an act of self-care. So just seeing if you can thank yourself for that. And if your eyes are closed, gently letting the light seep through, opening the eyes. Please feel free to comment below any questions or any thoughts or experiences you're having with this work or any other work with mindfulness. You need to be signed into Aliveworld to comment below. And we look forward to hearing from you and interacting with you within the community. If you're working with the Mindfulness, Anxiety, and Stress Alive Guide, we look forward to interacting with you in there as well. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be at peace.